Hey, what is up everybody, and welcome to some more Battlefield 4 DLC. Yes, the DLC's final stand has returned to CTE with some new fixes and changes. Last time we played it, it was a bit buggy. There's a few things here and there that they needed to address. So I can now report that they have done that. They've changed a lot of things around. One of the major things for me was the snow contrast. The contrast was just a little bit too much, you know, even if you aim your red dot or something, you could not see your dot, so you couldn't really tell what you're aiming, especially in a little bird. Again, if you get in there and the reticle sort of thing, it's almost white. And you couldn't really see that much. But now they've changed things around a little bit. It's a bit better. You can see stuff. And I've tested it on all the maps. And I decided I'm going to come up here and get the Rorsch, the X1, the railgun, and just have a bit of fun with it. Do a bit of old tactical sniping. That's what it's tactical waiting. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Overall, the one thing that I've really sort of pisses me off that they've touched is the launch pods. You can no longer just press it and go. You have to wait like 2-3 seconds now before it takes off. And they've also added one more launch pod in between the two pods. I mean, you have the one at F and you have the one at B up on the hill. But they've added one more in the middle, so if you want to get to places a bit quicker, you can go ahead and just jump into that. But when it comes down to the fun side of things, you know, that's what I wanted. I want that just leaving, because people will hop into it and all they'll do is bomb it into people, you know, just dive into people and just get somebody killed, and that'd be fun. And they just touched it, and I think it's going to be a bit harder now to do that. I mean, obviously you can plan ahead by a second or two and know where the guy's going to be and then press the button in the right particular order, but I just think you should have just left it as it was. That thing was fun as hell to use, and that's one of the only reasons I'd really come to Hangar 21. It's just for that launch board. I mean, personally, I've reviewed the maps before. They're just big open maps. There's nothing really exciting. I mean, Giants of Karelia, it's kind of boring. All there is just a big map, which is, I think, it's too big even for 64-man servers. And again, this map, nothing really happening here apart from a couple of things, but the one thing that really made it special and interesting was the launch pods. That you can just launch pods into people, try and hit the jet, try and hit a chopper with it. I actually did. I hit a chopper and it just toppled it, just flipped it on its side. It didn't actually kill it or anything, it just sort of flipped. And I was kind of disappointed. I thought that maybe they'll go back and say, okay, well, that definitely needs to be a kill. If you're making that effort, and you can hit him with so many variables in order for you to actually hit that shot. If you can make that shot, then that should count as your kill. That's what I think anyway, but obviously not. They decided to go a different route with it, and for me personally, it's not really the best. I still think Operation Whiteout is one of the maps that I'm going to be playing mostly, just because he has a little bird, and most of these don't have really anything on them. And there's not that many vehicles around. There's only the attack helicopters, which we all know they're kind of shit. They never really addressed those properly. They should have. They should have addressed them. They should have made them faster. They should have made it an attack helicopter, really. That's the way I see it. An attack helicopter should be something that's really feared, not something, look, there's a chopper flying around, shoot it down with a Stinger or a Nigla or something, you know. It's pretty easy to take down. They're pretty clumsy as they are, so I was hoping that they're going to touch on that. And also the when it comes to flying, the one thing I was thinking, okay, well, you got to do that, is every time you hit the ground on a little bird, or maybe you're in the chopper or anything like that, you always end up being on fire and on flames, and you always die. I mean, I've got 60-70% sometimes. It depends what you get hit with. If you get hit with a Nigla or a Stinger or something like that, and you're not having the right perks on, so if you don't have gyro, for example, and you do have to crash into the ground a little bit, well, not really crash, but sort of touch the ground gently as you're repairing yourself, or you're trying to get back to where you were. As soon as you've touched the ground, boom, you're on fire. I've had that so many times happen in the CTE now, and I don't know if it's something that they've not addressed here. Maybe they've addressed it in the actual big fall patch. I've not really played in the little bird since the big patch. I've just played on foot a couple of times and not really played at all, to be honest, just because I was waiting for the Final Stand DLC to be released on CTE, so we can test a little bit more, we can play a bit more, and just really just go back and say, oh, look, there's a bit more feedback here, there's a couple of more things that we'd like you to address, and then that's that. I mean, I'm pretty sure that most of you guys have already subscribed to many people that do YouTube videos about Battlefield, and you'll have learned everything there is to know about what the patches have been and what's changed and what's not changed. If you have not done so, then I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description. You can check that yourself and see all the changes, which have been a lot of changes. So trust me, if you want to go through all those in a video, it'll probably take you 10-15 minutes just to go through them and explain them all. But overall, it's a good thing that they've addressed things. I was hoping they're going to do them sooner because we've been testing CTE for a long time. But as it is so far, it's pretty cool what it is. I mean, it's not bad. Company 2 is not Battlefield 3 or anything like that, even though they've changed the movement speed. So technically, it is a little bit of Battlefield 3 because your characters now move at the same speed that they do in Battlefield 3. I don't know why I threw that grenade, man. I'm sorry. You're trying to give me ammo here. Yeah, I'm just fappy. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But overall, big patch. I know a lot of people have been excited to get back into Battlefield and play a little bit more. I know there's not that many FPS shooters coming out this holiday season. I mean, obviously there's Call of Duty, so if somebody plays that, then enjoy. That's not for me, and I won't be purchasing that, and I'm kind of stuck till next year till Hardline, and the lack of updates on Battlefront is kind of pissing me off, to be honest. I mean, there's no updates. I've been at E3, and last they said, well, we're going to let you know more about this game that we're making that a lot of people are expecting and everybody's hyping and whatever in the spring. So it's going to be a long time till the spring. I mean, you're talking a good 6 months because they're probably not going to say anything till March, April or something like that, and then we're going to know if it actually comes out. The way I see it is there's going to be Battlefield Hardline out around February because they've already announced it, which is going to have a beta as well. Hopefully it's going to be around Christmas and New Year. That'd be pretty cool, so at least you have a new FPS that you can get into, FPS shooter. You can have a bit of fun with that and just have a few videos, even though I still have videos saved from the beta when it came out in June. That'd be pretty cool if they actually release it around sort of Christmas time, New Year, and let it run for a couple of weeks. That'd be definitely something cool. I'm looking forward to playing that. And then Battlefront. Hopefully it's going to be out next year. Well, next year around October, November, something like that. And then the year after, which is going to be 2016, I think there'd be time for a new Battlefield game because they've been working pretty hard on Battlefield 4, so I'm not really sure how much they'll be focusing on Battlefield 5 or anything like that. Although I do have somebody on Twitter, the guy that wrote Bad Company 2, and they wrote a lot of things for DICE and games like that. Ooh, look at that. No camping for you, sir. Sorry, no tactical waiting for you. And he kind of, well, he never really confirmed it because he can't, but he kind of said, well, I might or might not be writing the intro for Bad Company 3. So that's always a good news, you know. It's always something that there's more things coming up on the horizon, and that's a good thing, you know. I really want to see Bad Company 2 exactly the way it is, just better graphics. That's all they have to do. That's it. Don't change the gunplay. Don't change the guns, don't change the sounds, don't change the Wookiee suits and anything like that. Keep Haggard, get Sweetwater, get everybody all the banter and all the fun that was Bad Company 2. Just improve the graphics and that's it. Don't mess with it, just leave it as it is. And getting back into Final Stand DLC, I hope it's not going to be the last DLC. You know, I know there's been rumors around, people saying, well, we might make another DLC, we might not, but you never know. I mean, there's always room to improve the Battlefield. There's always stuff that you want to do. There's always stuff that you want to add. I know they've been working hard to get it to the stage that we actually have it now, when you can play and you don't get shot around the corners too much. I mean, the way they've done that is actually they've reduced the bullets. So instead of taking you 4 bullets to die when you go around a corner, it's going to take 5. So that's going to sort of change a lot of things to the assault rifles and a couple of more things that they've changed. But it's still a long way to go before everything's going to be perfect and you're not going to have any bugs and you're not going to have any problems. But nevertheless, they are making a lot of progress. And for the people that love the Battlefield, that's only a good thing because they're going to be enjoying it for more time to come until the new Battlefield comes out or something new from DICE comes out. Then they're going to move on to the next game. And that's it from the Battlefield. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Obviously, I'm going to have a couple of more videos from the Battlefield 4 DLC Final Stand. So if you do enjoy it, don't forget to post a comment, give it a thumbs up. That all helps in the long run. The way it helps, you know, a lot of people saying, hey, do you get paid money for thumbs up? No, you don't actually get paid money or anything like that. a thumbs up means that you enjoyed the video. And if 100 people give you a thumbs up, or 1,000, or 10,000, or whatever, then you know, okay, people have enjoyed it, post another one. That's usually the way it works. So there you go, I've answered that question, because I kind of get that question every couple of days. I get a private message or an email or something like that. You know, I don't know why people have got this confused with, it's not Facebook or anything. You don't have to pay for likes or stuff like that. So no, it's just for you to judge if your audience enjoys it or they don't. Out.